Hello everyone, this is Teacher Jordan and welcome to my class. And this is Oral Communication in Context. As I have mentioned in my previous video, one of the most essential learning competencies required by the Department of Education for this course is for you to explain the nature, process, and functions of communication. In this video, we'll only focus on its nature and process. I am going to create another video to discuss the functions of communication. Communication is very vital to our daily lives. Vital means important. Why? Simply because we cannot live without communicating. Communication is a process of exchanging information, sharing thoughts or opinions and ideas, beliefs, feelings, or emotions with another person or a group of persons through verbal and non-verbal language to achieve a particular goal or purpose. Now, what is the nature of communication? Number one, communication is a process. Number two, communication occurs between two or more people. That is the speaker and the receiver. Number three, communication can be expressed through written or spoken words, actions or nonverbal, or both spoken words and nonverbal actions at the same time. Please remember that communication is a process because it is cyclical. This means it has a cycle. It begins from one step and then moves to another step. Each of the stages of the communication process plays a very important role in the overall success of communication. Now, here are the elements of communication. Number one, speaker or sender. Number two, message. Number three, encoding. Number four, channel. Number five, decoding. Number six, listener or receiver. Number seven, feedback. Number eight, context or setting. And lastly, we have the noise or the barrier. These elements will help us better understand its mechanics or process. Now let me explain to you the process of communication. The communication process begins with the speaker or the sender. The sender has the challenge of initiating the communication process, and she has to be clear with her intention, purpose, or goals in communication. The speaker is the source of information or the message. The message is simply the information, ideas, thoughts, feelings that the sender or encoder will convey to the receiver. This is the thoughts, facts, feelings, ideas, or message of the sender encoded in a language understood by both the speaker and the listener. Now, the message is transported through a vehicle which we call the channel. The channel is the vehicle for information or the medium through which the message will be conveyed from the speaker to the listener. The channels include face-to-face conversations, video conferencing, telephone calls, written communication, mass media, and so on. And then the next is the listener or the receiver. The receiver is in charge of decoding the message. Decoding the message means understanding the message sent by the speaker. Decoding also means the process of interpreting the message sent by the speaker or the sender. After decoding the message, the listener or the receiver can now make his responses, or what we call the feedback. It is any reaction or response to the message of the speaker. The feedback can also be sent through a different channel. It can be through a text message, a face-to-face conversation, or a video conferencing. Sometimes misunderstanding happens between the speaker and the receiver. It is because of the presence of the noise. We have external noise and internal noise. External noise means the physical noise. It is the noise from the outside. It could be the sound of the people around us. It could be the buses or anything that distracts our communication process. Internal noise talks about our feelings. It is the noise inside us. It could be a sickness, an emotion, or any feeling that stops us from understanding or decoding the message effectively. The context or the setting is the environment or the situation wherein the communication process takes place. So the place or the situation where you are talking to someone is what we call the context or the setting. So there you go. I hope you were able to understand the nature and process of communication. But before I end, there is one thing I would like you to always remember about communication. Communication is the beginning of relationships. Yes, every time you communicate with a person, you share yourself to that person. A simple hi or hello, or even a smile. It marks the beginning of social relationship. And the more you talk or you communicate with that person, the more you build relationships and interpersonal connection. So, if you want to have a deeper relationship with someone else, communicate with him or her frequently. If you are having conflict in a relationship with another person, communicate with him or her so that you can fix your broken relationships and be connected with each other again. From now on, I hope that you realize how important communication is in our lives. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the next videos that I'm going to upload about oral communication in context. Again, this is Teacher Jordan. See you next time.